everyone, and welcome to another round of Vampire the Masquerade VTM Mysteries. This is episode 36, I believe. It won't show me the entire title up top of the screen.
The Cathari?
The Cathari, yes. So previously, we have arrived in St. Cloud, Minnesota, so we don't tip off Becky sooner than we planned. That we're here because we were landing just at dawn, and that would give Becky an entire day to decide. Well, she'd be asleep, but any of her people, especially the one person you don't want trailing you, who is Timothy Richards.
I don't know.
No, he is the one who is Comet.
He's
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Flame Guy.
Mr. Flame Guy. And way back when you were being shown what he was up to, like why Rudy selected him, he was the one who was like the YouTube like bro streamer that was clearing his sidewalks and driveway with a flamethrower, like that kind of YouTuber.
Bro, I hate bros.
He's
That
not
sounds
just
like a
bro.
Minnesota thing, though.
He's not just a bro, he's a dude bro.
He is a
Dude
dude
bro.
bro.
Oh, Lord. Dude bros are even worse.
But dude bro, he went missing, and you didn't see that there was an attack because someone covered up the attack to claim Dude Bro as their own special bestie.
Sketchy Becky.
That's the ASMR version. Sketchy Becky.
We can't call her that to her face, though.
I don't know. Echo's starting to get irritated enough. She might. You never know.
Maybe don't put Nate in the same room with her.
And with that, let us introduce ourselves. I am Jayce, the Storyteller.
I am Diane. I am Sako Tumi. I play Diane Aziz.
I'm Jinne Noble, and I play Echo Kismet.
I'm Kat Leo, and I play Rave.
And I'm Sage Gordon Davis, and I play Nate Thomas.
And with that, I will play the titles. All right. So,
What?
What's that look?
Well,
We couldn't hear you?
I
Oh,
couldn't hear you. Sorry.
all I heard was. So we're both like, what?
I'm like, I'm getting looks. What's going on?
Well, you are Jayce. You get a lot of looks from us.
True.
But
Broadcasting from the bottom of a well.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is the well of my sorrow.
Oh, Lord. The depths of your desperation.
So, just as the sun dips below the horizon, Rave wakes up immediately.
Right.
And she has decisions to make.
I go to Pan's room immediately. Oh, wait, I should roll for hunger.
Yes.
I got hungrier.
Do you want to stop at Patrick first?
No, it's only 2.
Okay.
Pan. Is he awake? Can I wake him up?
You can attempt to wake him up.
I'm gonna attempt to wake him up.
So it takes a few minutes, but you do get him to like shake his head and open his eyes, and he looks up and he sees you, and he's like, "What are we gonna do?"
Well, we have decisions to make, sir. We have two options. Because she's like looking down at him in his bed. We have the option of we can wait the couple hours for the others to wake up and explain some things to them. Not all of the things, because I can't explain some of those things in front of you.
What?
Or we can ask Dawn for the keys to the production van and leave ourselves.
All I know is that I have to talk to her and get on her good side. So you know more than me.
I wish I didn't know more than you. I so wish I didn't know more than you. It would be highly beneficial to have the others with us and like in the know about this, but then at the same time, they might not be okay with some of the things I now know.
You're worrying me.
Don't worry about it, because I'm pretty sure the other person involved might actually agree with us. You won't agree, but they'll agree, and don't worry about that part.
I'm so confused.
Good. Stay that way.
Out of character, I wanted to change to Pan's picture, but it's not in my avatar list anymore.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So it sounds like you're suggesting we should wait for the others to wake up.
Don't worry about it. I haven't actually gotten anyone to stop worrying. No. Yes, we should wait for the others to wake up. Mainly because I'm not sure I should be driving a car that far. I mean, I can drive, but not on a highway.
All right. So in that case, we will wake up the rest of the group and do hunger checks for everybody else.
Rave's just going to be anxiously sitting beside Pan's bed like, what the hell am I going to do now?
I'm hungry.
Diane's hunger has risen by 1.
I'm good.
Echo's hunger has not.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. And then just Sage going, I don't think I could. Sage just trying that in a Jersey accent would be like money.
There is no way, certainly not live on stream. But Nate does not get hungrier.
Nate does not get hungrier, and you have listened to Julia enough that you could throw in a Long Island, and that's pretty close to.
I could maybe do a Long Island, maybe, but I need practice, and I'm not doing it live on stream. Okay.
Besides, a Jersey accent would be just baby dragon.
Sorry.
You had to do that as I took a forkful.
Yep.
I'm glad I wasn't drinking at that time. Oh.
All right. The rest of the group has woken up, and where are Pan and Rave right now? A couple hours later.
We've probably made our way to like the sitting area.
Okay, they're in the lounge. So it's the first thing you see when you come out of the hallways where your bedrooms are.
Okay. I walk out there. Good morning, little muffins. What's up today? Oh, there's a look.
Rave is actually making that look too.
Yeah. Is there something we need to know?
Yeah.
Do we need to wait for everybody to get out here before we know?
Yeah.
All right.
Question: is Diane gonna bypass them completely and go for a smoke?
Yes.
just,
Probably best.
just slowly watch her go by.
Listen, I think we all know by now it's best not to interrupt or come between Diane and her morning smoke.
Right. It's like a morning coffee for humans.
So it is maybe 20 minutes later, and the entire group is in the lounge, and Rave has the floor,
Oh yay.
and Pan
First-
is there.
Okay. Pan, do you want me to tell them everything?
I don't know everything.
No, I mean like from what happened before that you and I know about you. That they
Oh,
do about you.
oh. I think it's time.
Okay.
Well, now that you brought it up, you kind of have to talk about it because you said it in front of us, and we're all gonna bug you until you do tell us.
Kind of like they did with your dreams.
Yeah. So we'll start there. When we went to see Jason Three Moons, and I found out like my missing memories from when I was turned and how I was turned. We also saw things from Pan's past/future.
And Pan adds, and that's not a turn of phrase. They are the same thing.
Like the same moment in time is both. So, spoiler, we're all gonna have to time travel again.
I mean,
What?
at this point, time is just a flat circle.
Yeah, because we have to solve a paradox. Because the reason Pan was screaming in that alternate timeline is because some things that need to happen definitely did not happen, and his brain like went haywire because of the paradox. Because he couldn't complete the paradox. So it kind of made him Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs.
What?
Yeah. So Pan turns himself. Pan is his own sire.
How does that happen?
Things. Things I will explain to you three later. But what I can tell you with Pan here is that we need to get Pan close to Becky to like kiss her ass, basically.
Okay.
All Apollo
mean-
told me is that she has to trust me for my future to be viable.
So we just need to get Becky to trust Pan. Also, I
mean,
hate anyone with the name Apollo.
That's
That's
not
not
going to be
Really in opposition to any of our current plans.
Yeah.
Provided we can still get Invisibeth out.
Yes.
I don't foresee any issues. Foresee was a bad choice of words.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Pan. I don't think we'll have any issues completing that part of things. Question mark.
Hey, Pam.
Yeah.
You should go play with Patrick outside now.
Sorry. Typical sound. Oh God! I don't want to
That-
play with the
that-
cow.
This
That
is
was
what
a
Apollo
very
kicked. This is what
the
Apollo
grown-ups
kicked me
were
out
talking.
for, isn't it?
Yes, this is what Apollo kicked you out for, and I am now also kicking you out for it.
Fine.
You can also
You
take
see-
Hans. It'll be fun. It's fun.
Okay, so you see him and Hans and Patrick. He goes to Patrick's room, opens the big sliding door, leads Patrick out and around to the van lift, and lowers them all to the tarmac. And yeah, the lift comes back up with no one on it.
Okay. So
Just spit it out.
Pam has to diablerize Elizabeth to stop the paradox from happening. Because the only way to make yourself lower generation, which is what he needs to do so that he can turn himself, is that. And he doesn't know he has to do this.
And it has to be Elizabeth.
That's what Apollo said.
That's gonna cause some ructions.
Mhm.
Because
He
I
also said that it might, if we prolong Elizabeth's survival, because no matter what, Becky is going to have Elizabeth killed. Apollo wants Pan to get real buddy-buddy with Becky so that he's the one who would have to kill her.
Blink, blink.
But
Well,
if we could prolong Elizabeth's life, it might put off the paradox for longer.
but do we want to take that risk knowing the incredible amount of pain that it put on Pan?
That's why, like, I know he won't like it. Also, he's, like, mentally 14, and he's gonna have to murder the person he considers, like, a sibling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And politically, I don't know how willing Philippe is going to be to assist us once. Yeah. I mean, he's still my regent, but he's not my sire, so we don't have that bond.
Well, this has turned into a giant shit show, huh?
Yeah.
It's
I hate Apollo. It's fine.
not fine. That's
This
the problem.
Apollo can eat glass as well, by the way.
Out of character, does Philippe still have my heart in a jar, or did we
Yeah, we haven't gone
resolve
back.
that?
That has not been
Okay.
resolved.
Okay, I couldn't remember it being resolved, but
We've been talking about getting it resolved, but it just hasn't happened yet.
It still requires a trip to Montreal.
right. My brain is currently in a septic tank, so I couldn't remember if my not remembering was a valid memory.
It's valid.
Do you need a coffee or a whiskey or?
No, but post game, I am going to slam an energy drink and try and crank out some articles. So that's going to be fun. Okay, back in character now.
So, what is everybody thinking that we need to do then?
Our primary thing is to still technically save Elizabeth and get rid of Comet.
Right.
So our first order of business is delivering Pan to Sketchy Becky in a way that is not suspicious to Sketchy Becky.
Well, I mean, I haven't exactly been making my phone calls as updating her lately. Not since the last one, which was what, almost a month ago or so. I suppose I could take him with me if I go speak with her. But the question is, what do I tell her? Because I don't trust her as far as I can throw her, so...
Yeah. And that's part of the problem, is we don't trust her. And Pan is the one of us that can be hurt by an Illuminate.
Right.
This is problematic.
Out of character, the storyteller's probably back there going, there's an easy solution for this and you're overthinking it. But
No,
this is great.
The storyteller's back here saying, this is problematic. This is World of Darkness.
I
World
mean,
of Darkness is problematic.
Okay.
That's the whole goal, is to make things challenging.
well, I mean, out of character, yes, this is World of Darkness. In character, this is problematic.
Exactly.
Right? So, I mean, the easiest way to get him to be in front of her is through me. But my patience with certain people has deteriorated a lot. So I need to come up with something that's convincing that I won't go off on her. Does that make sense?
Now, out of character, sort of a storyteller reminder is that she basically said to you, everything's fine, no need to check in.
Oh, that's right.
Because, she was covering her own ass.
So now I need to have an excuse to go check in with her. Or to show up on her doorstep. So.
Can you think of anything that you could have left in Minneapolis that you would need to get?
My sanity? No. I mean, I could pretend that we're at a loss and see if I can get any information out of her. Pretend like
she might
have some information that would be beneficial to us. Like we're at wit's end, or that we're desperate for any kind of information. I mean, I could go that route because Sketchy Becky seems to like the attention. So she seems to like the attention. So, I mean, that'd be pretty much me groveling, going, hey, do you got anything? Because I'm not finding anything more. We're at a loss. I mean, that could be a
angle
way we could go.
To grovel.
I know that's going to be the hard part for me because I put her where she is.
Well, right, which I suspect means that you can...
That's what I said, Jayce. Sketchy Becky.
You can come at her from a mentor sort of standpoint.
The problem is she thinks she's above me now, not as a mentor anymore. So coming at her like a mentor wouldn't work, but she would get a lot of enjoyment and maybe slip up on saying something if she thinks she's above me and I'm groveling to her.
Hmm.
You see what I mean? Is that type of personality? That extreme narcissist, that I'm better than everyone, even I've surpassed my teacher type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much kiss her ass, which is like going to be really hard.
Which is also what we need Pan to do.
Yep. So if I'm groveling at her and say, have Pan with me, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe put
He-
Pan forward as an advisor.
Yeah.
Maybe we should actually get Pan now.
That might be a good idea.
Now I'm just imagining that we're literally just sitting and waiting for the car ramp to go back up. Like they're just sitting there like,
You're done
like
playing
when
with the
kids
cow.
will, like sit outside the door when people want to have a discussion. They're like, I'm waiting for you to let me back in. I will find out what you talked about.
So Pan's coming back?
You guys are going out to grab him?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just don't want to be the one that has to tell him.
So, yes. So Pan puts Patrick back in the pen. Ooh, really gas now. As soon as I try and start talking, and joins you back in the lounge. Okay, so is there more I need to know? Do we have a plan? What's going on?
We're trying to come up with the plan to get you close to Sketchy Becky, who we're going to have to stop calling Sketchy Becky. Because I have a feeling she's not going to appreciate being called Sketchy Becky to her face.
I have the idea of putting you forward as an advisor, perhaps a war advisor or a what the fuck else is she doing?
But all I know is video games.
She doesn't need to know that.
She doesn't need to know that.
The whole
But
thing is
resources.
to get close to Becky. I have a hard time saying her name now.
You said Sketchy Becky too many times.
The whole thing
Pam's
is to
just
get
like-
close to her.
Pan cocks his head and is like, wouldn't it be easier just to call her Prince Becky?
Yes. But it's much more fun to say Sketchy Becky. So.
She's
Um, yes.
And Betchy.
And Betchy. Yeah. So what we're thinking is that you're going to go in with me and I'm going to pretty much grovel at her feet and you Betchy.
You'll Betchy.
Betchy, don't you know? And
Should one of the other of us also go? Because we technically, Becky is the prince. We have to present ourselves somehow.
well, yeah, I'm sure all of us would have to be there, but I think it's more for
Tape Nate's mouth shut.
her ego.
Nate doesn't.
Yeah, we might have to use some staples or something, but
I am perfectly capable of keeping my mouth shut.
okay. I think it would be beneficial for all of us to be there, but the way her ego works, it would be like she'd be in seventh heaven if I was almost bowing down to her, letting her take the lead. But if we present Pan to her, she knows, I think, how important Pan is to us. So I think that would also be a big help to getting him closer to her, because she's going to want our toys or what's important to us.
And
You know what I
also,
mean?
he does have the power of prophecy, that
Yeah.
most of what he is foretold has come true.
So, yeah. Are we overthinking this?
Probably.
I like the
When do we
idea
not?
of submitting him as a prophet, as a oracle of sorts.
Pan, how do you feel about that one?
It's a lot closer to my skill set than advisor.
Maybe he can make up a prophet or a prophecy that said that he needed to go to her side, that she was needed by him.
Oh,
There we
That
go.
that it wasn't clear, but it was very important that
That
he worked with her.
Actually, technically, he did get that. He
Right,
was
we're-
told by
okay.
Apollo
Right, that he needed to
be
be
close to her.
right, but you don't have to tell her the whole thing. Just say
Yes.
that it was he got one of his vague prophecies that said she was important and that he needed to be near her.
And also a prophecy saying she's important.
Yeah, that'll frickin' inflate her ego like a balloon. She'll be more skitchy bitchy.
Also, if it gets us get all close to Timothy Richards, then Nate could potentially use the glove on Richards.
Right.
the question is, are you going to bring the jet into Minneapolis, or are you going to, like, schlep the glove as well in Kasara?
We should probably. Well, it's like what, an hour and
By plane, it'd be like 20 minutes. It's like an hour and a half drive. But it would look better if we flew in.
Yes.
It would look like we purposely came to see her, not trying to hide it.
That is a very valid point.
Because she's so paranoid that if we just drove in, she'd wonder where we were hiding the plane. And
So
that
should
would
I
be,
run up? I just noticed that I always volunteer to go tell the person, like, hey, we're going this place. Get ready.
aw.
Get ready,
So-
bud.
So yeah, I think if we went to the airport in Minneapolis, St. Paul area, then go from there, it would show that we were purposely coming to see her.
And if you sent a message ahead of time, like, hey, we're on our way to Minneapolis, we're going to land soon.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. I was going to say I can send her a message saying that we're on our way into town and that we needed to speak, that we needed her presence. So I'll send that now.
Okay. Rave, like, runs. Can I use my speed to get up there? Just because it's fun.
Just anything right there.
I mean, it's a -1 on the days, but go for it.
Yes. Zoom.
Zoom.
Foing! You appear in the. I know it's flight deck, but I can't not call it cockpit.
Just like, hey. And he's like, what the
Oh, wow. Okay.
Drop my phone.
You just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, it happens now.
It happens now.
We are ready to go to Minneapolis.
All right. It might take me a hot second because it's a matter of getting two airports that are super close to each other to.
Could
Feel it.
you also happen to make it look like we have come from farther?
Oh, okay. It will take longer in the air, but yes, I could do that. So fly out backwards, do a U-banger, and
Yeah, because then she won't know that. Yeah.
Well, you could go all the way up to Fargo and turn around and come back. A banger. That's what he said. I don't know what he meant either, but
It's that's a slang term for a U-turn, a U-banger.
a you banger. Okay, that's the first time I've heard that one.
Might be a Michigan thing.
Welcome to Michigan.
I mean, around here we call them bitch flips, but
To bang a Yui.
to bang a Yui.
That is how I have learned it.
All right.
I don't know.
Thank you, pilot person that has a name that Rave knows and Cat does not. She has spent enough time
Bob,
telling this man
Bob
what
the
to do.
pilot. Bob the pilot.
It's sort of like in Will and Grace, how Karen refers to all the people who work for her as their job name. Like,
Mhm.
oh, I need to go talk to pharmacist.
Out of
Anyway.
character, I do that whenever I'm talking about people at my company to people who are not at my company.
Makes sense. All right, so you talk to Pilot, and Pilot's like, okay, we got the setup. So he gets you up in the air. Echo, you get a text back from Becky saying, can't wait to see you, winky face, heart, heart, heart.
What a lying bitch.
But is she, though? Considering she doesn't
Okay.
exactly have reason to distrust you.
Maybe
So
not
maybe-
lying, but manipulative. Kissy faces. Aw, I love you, Sage. Okay, so she's waiting for us, and now what? We're just waiting for us to land, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And I told the pilot, Rave explains, like, I told the pilot to make it seem like we came from farther.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah. 'cause-
winky face, black heart, black heart, black heart. So you land in Minneapolis. Is there anything you're taking with you?
my
Always
peeps.
have my backpack.
Your backpack?
I always have the backpack.
Is Nate taking the glove?
Or the jar and glove?
Do we want to even chance that?
Let's wait to do that.
I think that trying to target Timothy at this point puts the
And it-
rest of the mission in jeopardy.
And in front of Becky, that would probably be a bad idea.
It's way more important that we get Pan into place.
So are we leaving Pan with Becky? Is that what the plan is?
We just have to get them make them bond. Pan can
Well,
still come back to the plane because we're not
But-
leaving him in Minneapolis.
No,
Stay
but we
here
need
till we're
to
done.
give them time to.
Okay, so pretty much leaving him alone with her for a few days, maybe. Or hours, or what?
We'll figure that out.
We're going to wing this?
We'll,
Oh, wait, we've just winged our whole situation half the time anyway. Might as well wing this one.
This
You can
is
tell
more
Echo's
than
getting
these
bitter about this shit. Echo's
I
starting
mean-
to get really bitter.
It hasn't gone all that well for us when we do plan. So,
Okay.
wing and a prayer, my friend.
Wing and a prayer.
Yowza.
So one last question, Pan asks. Do you want, just in case, to have the jar like in a cooler in the trunk of Kisara?
No, that might be a plan.
Like, you don't have to like show your cards, but having it nearby wouldn't be bad, would it?
That also works.
We could do that.
Out
And
of
it could just
character, that-
seem like there were blood bags on it or something.
Right. Out I was just gonna say, out of character, that makes it seem like the storyteller's trying to tell us something that we don't know yet, and we just need to bring it anyway.
Yeah. Let's take you
I'm
to
very paranoid and suspicious now. So
This one, you know what? I was going to alleviate your suspicions, but you know what?
don't.
I'm not
We
going
don't trust him anymore.
Oh, no, we don't. That's why I was like, he just made that comment.
It's more fun if you don't trust me.
Listen, we're genre savvy. We've been playing for a while now. We don't trust a word you say.
I especially don't trust it when I get a message of, hey, you want to do a solo thing
Oh
real quick?
God, that's like terrifying too. It's like, what did I do? What am I doing?
That's how I got all the information I have.
Yeah, we did a little solo game yesterday.
Some people's children, I tell you.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, look, we can do that. I would rather it not be obvious.
We can hide it
That
underneath
we have-
the blanket for Hans.
Right, that's what I was going to say. I would rather it not be obvious that I have the cooler. Not that I'm expecting anyone to see it and or query it, but I don't want to invite suspicion.
Right. Okay, so
Because my worry is if they see it, they're going to want to know what's in it.
can you put it in? Okay, like in the trunk of a car, most of them have underneath the
Kisara
carpeting?
does not have that.
Okay, I'm just
But
wondering.
it'll just look like Hans' blankets were like just tossed in there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If we just make it look not purposeful placement of the blanket.
You still have Elizabeth's cooler that she was carrying the tainted blood in.
Yes, we do.
We don't have to acquire a cooler.
Just the look on your face is great. Oh, great.
Tainted
Question.
blood.
Well, because I just realized, like, otherwise we'd have to go stop at a store and get a cooler on our way.
Okay, we have the cooler. Question, do we have ice packs for the cooler? And if we do, have they been frozen?
Yes.
Well, there are a few liquor stores on the way, so we can get ice.
There are also humans that have been living on this thing, so
Yeah.
we can find an ice pack.
Yeah, there
Okay.
are up in the second floor has the human eating area. That sounds wrong. The kitchen where the kitchen and dining area where the humans eat real food,
Right.
Eating
and
area.
it's got the human
Lord.
eating area. Well, that's anywhere you guys are.
Flying purple people eaters.
One
Alright.
horn, flying
But yeah.
purple people eater.
Finding the ice packs is not going to be challenging.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just being my usual Nate self and overthinking things.
That's what we love about you, Nate. Sort of
Because fascinating.
fascinating.
I quoted
All
you
right,
the
so-
other day.
I did the same thing. I said fascinating to my husband, and then I lost my shit, and he's like, "What is wrong with you?" And I said, "You have to be there to know what I'm talking about."
I said, to quote Nate, aka Sage, fascinating.
I love you both very much. And that was both in and out of character.
We love you too.
Sorry, we're done.
Okay.
All right. So
Back
you
into
guys
character.
loaded up into Kisara. You've got the cooler packed with ice packs and a hand in a jar.
Nothing sus there.
Echo is trying to get into pretend she likes Becky phase.
And
I
yeah,
know.
Pan's in there as well. And you are off. And, you know, with this is Echo's home turf, so you don't actually need to like look up directions or anything.
Nope.
Echo's just like turn here, turn here, turn here, turn here, and you're at Becky's really quickly.
Great. Now, Pan, you know what you're supposed to say, right? About the prophecy.
That she's important. You didn't fill me in on actual.
Okay. We are going to be telling her that you've had a prophecy about her, that she's important, but it wasn't a clear prophecy, that you just know you need to be near her.
That she's very important.
That she's very important. Feed
And
her
besides
ego.
that she's important.
Yes. Because
Okay.
we need you to get her to trust you.
So basically, all 4'11" of me needs to be up her ass.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I will help
Yeah.
as much as I can. Because that's how we're going to get you close to her, is basically me. So it's like the others are just kind of backup in case I need help.
Also, interview tip number 1 for any person with a media presence, which Echo and I are. Answer only what she asks you. Don't give her anything extra. If she asks you, do you want coffee, for example, she's not going to, but for example, you say yes or you say no. You don't also go into a thing about how you'd like some cake with the coffee.
Right.
Because
Okay.
that's how you accidentally give away stuff.
So bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Only what is asked.
Right.
Pretend you're a Greek oracle.
Pretend I'm Apollo.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Look at class.
That's so polite.
I'm still going to get out of you what he told you about me.
You will eventually.
That makes it so much worse when you say it like that.
All right. Are we ready to go in?
Yes.
Ready
Yes,
as
and I am
always.
preemptively zipping my mouth shut.
Okay, good.
The children are done.
It probably would be best if I had
Pan.
Pan. Why did his name just go? Whoosh? It did. It just kind of like left my brain. I wanted to say Apollo for some reason because we were just talking about Apollo. Pan next to me and the rest of you behind me, because for all she knows, I'm the head of this whole thing because it made her
Do we
feel
have
better.
a head?
No, we don't. But as we all know, all our princes think that we are leading the whole group. So we need to make her think that I'm unfortunately in lead of this group, which I'm not too thrilled about that, but we'll work
I am
with what we
perfectly
got.
happy to play along with that.
Oh, thanks, Nate.
Rave is gonna like stand as close to Pan as possible without being too close. Like overprotective, like sister mode activated.
Behind him, right?
Yeah, like right behind. Like,
Okay. So we walk up to the door and we get let in.
Yes, the people guarding the door, they see you and the doors open for you. Yeah, just like a servant on each door pulling it open.
Oh no, you have no idea. Prince Becky is very serve me or else.
And they in unison say, "Welcome home, Miss Echo."
And Echo just nods at them and continues on.
And you lead your posse up. It's like you're in like a lobby, and there's the central staircase, and you go up that central grand staircase and through a pair of double doors, which also are manned by 2 servants. And they open these giant wooden doors into a majestic throne room.
You need to hide those facial features a little bit better.
Rave isn't actually making them. Cat is. Rave is not.
Okay. I was hoping that's how it was. I was like, please.
Now
don't
you
show me that
you
look.
remember this building. This building was not like this. This
No.
was a banquet hall,
Mhm.
this particular room, but because of where it's located in the building, she has turned it into her throne room.
Yep. So
But it is a building that her parents owned. And because when she took over, she took all her parents' stuff she now owns. So it really doesn't matter to her,
right.
masking the fact that she is using it as a throne room.
So she's sitting on the throne.
Yes.
Okay. So I walk up to her, pretty much kneel down, show my respect.
And Pan is like right next to you, and he puts a hand across his chest and kneels.
And then I
How-
stand up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, what about the other three?
I just like one of those waist bows.
I'm waiting.
Do Diane or Nate show any deference?
None
None whatsoever.
whatsoever.
Okay. All right. Well, I stand up and I look at Becky with a big smile on my face and, well, hello, Prince Becky. I see you have done some redecorating. It is lovely in here.
And she bounds down the couple of stairs from the throne and does like the big, oh my God, I miss you hug.
And I hug her back as much as I don't want to because I have to. Darling, yes, darling.
Darling.
Oh,
It
it
has
is
been
so good to
so
see you.
long, Echo.
I have missed you too. Kiss moi. I'm starting to not like you, Sage. Because I can see this going in like Nate's head as it's going
And
along.
if anyone has seen Legally Blonde, picture an evil Elwood.
Yeah. Oh, you look like you have been doing very well for yourself.
Ah, things have been falling into place here so well.
I see that.
Everyone is just doing everything that they're supposed to now.
I am so happy for you. I have come and Is that from Nate or from Sage? Because that's funny. Or is it both? Anyway, back into character.
Oh, I can't highlight them in the private chat.
No,
No, you cannot.
freaking. I don't understand.
Oh, like in the comments, how you can highlight, like you can do this from the comment section. But you
Right.
can't do that in the private chat.
Wait, not both. So I thought it would be wonderful to drop in to see you and to catch up and see if there's anything that we can share together on what's going on with what we need to, what we're all the project we are all working on, because we've kind of come at a standstill.
And Pan is like pulling on your shirt. Miss Echo.
And I lean down. Yes, Pan.
Are you going to tell her about the prophecy?
Yes, just a second, Pan.
And Becky turns her head to Pan and like looks and sniffs the air and looks at you and says, "Have you turned a child?"
No, he was turned well before we met with him.
Okay.
But he's kind of a little gift for you right now because he is a prophet. And you happen to be the center of one of his prophecies.
And her eyes get just that sparkle in them. That center of the universe sparkle that she gets, that you know so well.
Yes, yes, yes. Pan, would you like to tell her about your prophecy?
Well, it was really vague and cloudy, but I saw that something is happening and you're extremely important. Like all vampire kind is hinging on you saving them. But I couldn't see what it was you had to do. But all I saw was that I needed to be with you.
Echo puts her hand on Pan's shoulder because he sounds like he's a little worried. And looks back at Becky and... So, do you like my little present?
Very much so.
I thought it would be beneficial if our little prophet here would spend some time with you, because maybe it will trigger more of his vision. Or at least clear it up a little bit, maybe.
That makes a lot of sense. I do know something that is going on around here that I can't seem to squash. And maybe you guys could help me with it.
That might be a possibility. Always willing to help with my prince.
So
Sorry.
there was a group, a small clutch of Cathari outside of town. They're one of the branches of the Sabbat,
Okay.
and they wouldn't sit still, and we can't find them. And they seem to have acquired a new leader. She calls herself Cherry Pop.
Okay.
And I've got people looking for her, but I don't have anyone who's skilled in hunting people down.
Let me guess. She's one of the drag queens they changed in the 70s. Cherry Pop.
I don't know. And I don't know where to find them. But since she has taken control of this group of Cathari, they have grown in numbers and have started hitting us.
So you want us to find them and to stop them?
It would
Basically.
be so helpful. And while you're doing that, I could get to know our little prophet friend.
Are you okay with that, Pan?
Pan?
I know, I just lost sound. Did we lose the storyteller?
Jayce, are you here? Jayce.
I think we lost Jayce.
Yeah. Oh,
And
well.
we're about to lose me because sudden storm and my power is
Oh, no.
flickering.
Might be a short game.
Might be a short game.
Dun dun dun.
I got a text message from my dad. I had to help him real quick.
I know.
I can't tell what this password is. Help me. You made this. I was like, log in on here. I was like, okay, this is the correct password now. Here you go. Jayce just got his internet back.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you
Wait.
back?
The last thing I was saying, where Becky was saying that while you guys go out and deal with the Cathari, you can get to know your prophet friend.
Out of character, Sage said that they're getting a storm and they might be losing power.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
so
been
don't know
flickering. So
if you want
I
to end it
disappear,
early or if you want to continue.
We can continue for a bit.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask because we were all questioning that too. So.
well, if I do dip,
We know
Nate
why.
will just be in a fugue state.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Or
Diane
just
will have to drive.
Drag Nate around.
drag Nate around.
Just like, come on.
Yeah. Okay. So you said that. And then I kind of looked down to Pan and I asked him if he was okay with being left alone with Prince Becky for a little while.
You said Prince Becky.
I did, Prince Becky.
Yeah, we'll just chat and get to know each other, I guess. And I will see what I can do on digging up more readings.
And then I turn around to the other three and go, "Are you okay with running this mission for my prince? With me?"
Crosses her arms, taps her foot. Do we have much choice?
Not really.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you have my sword.
By the way, Kat, it's to go find Cherry Pop and destroy the Cathari.
Okay.
But okay, so I turn back to Becky and, well, sweetheart, I am going to leave Pan with you, darling, and then we are going to take care of your little mess that seems to be your little pest that's irritating you guys. And we will be back as soon as we are done. Did we lose?
All right.
Oh, I was going to say, did we lose Jayce again?
Nope. So you guys are walking out, and I'm going to have people roll their intelligence plus occult, just to see what people know about the Cathari.
In one of those books, I mean.
Do we want to roll our hunger with that?
Yes.
Okay.
So just throw out however many black dice you have hunger in and change them for red dice.
Shoot. What am I doing?
I need a space center.
My keyboard has just died, so I will be right back with that roll.
I got 5 successes.
Do you want to tell me the number?
Of what?
I was wondering if Sage wanted to tell me the number for those dice.
Oh.
And I could just type it in.
I also got 5 successes.
And I got 1 messy critical.
I also got 5 successes.
Wow.
That's 2 successes.
No, 2 successes. Excuse me. I rolled 5 dice. Bless.
This is the
What are we
benefit of
rolling?
Rave.
Intelligence and occult.
And Nate, you are still at 0 hunger because of the stuff that's going on, and you still have the bonus to mental stuff.
Rave paid attention when she read all of the books in the plane.
Apparently so. Apparently the Sabat core book was in.
Apparently.
Okay, so that's
Why
a
did you
pool
have
of
that?
11 for me.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry. That is just a lot of successes.
wow.
I guess he knows a couple of things about the Cathari.
I mean,
Yeah.
occult
He's got to
is
be on a
kind of
full-name
my
basis. First-name
specialty.
basis with the antediluvian.
And Nate has been cleaning up Sabat strongholds around
Mm.
Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
So I will get into the messy critical because that also has to play a part. But we will start with what Nate knows, and that is that the Cathari is a group that their MO is corruption. They want to turn other vampires to their way through showing them all the ecstasy they can earn or they can experience by being all the vampire they can be.
Okay.
So, like, tapping into all the hedonism, all the carnal pleasures, all the it's like the orgy at the ministry that you had turned up
Right.
to 50
Right.
and soaked in blood. Like, they have blood orgies killing just hordes of humans. Round them up, get them together. You know, the ones that want to have sex will have sex with them before murdering them, and they don't murder them just for food, just for blood. They do it because it's fun.
On the sad half, Echo's brain is going, up
That's
my
not the
nerd.
sad half.
No,
That is the messy critical.
the missing circle. Oh, okay.
It's tempting.
That my numbers could go up.
Yeah, Echo, you're
Thinking
as Nate is explaining this, what the Cathari are all about, your beast is in there saying,
lunch.
They have a point.
Lunch.
Oh, that could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we don't want to stop them.
Yeah.
Rawr.
Rawr.
ASMR from Jayce. Holy crap.
I know, right? That's where my brain instantly went was, oh, I could use the humans that they're eating or that, they're acquiring to eat.
It is not only crossing your mind. See, normally that thought would cross your mind and get discarded because, that's not something people do.
Right.
But your beast is saying, but maybe they have a point.
But that's also, acquiring more souls for myself.
You have to feed from them as an Illuminate.
I know. It's just crossed my mind. It's not like I'm going to huzzah.
Okay, so now you know what the Cathari are. Now the name Cherry Pop probably makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Does?
I still like my comment. Was it one of the drag queens from the 70s?
So what is your next move?
Wait, did Becky give us any information about where they could potentially be?
She doesn't know where they are. They keep moving.
Does she know where they were last?
You could
suppose I
text
could
her.
Text her and ask her. So I'll text her. Do you know where they were last?
Last they were at the sculpture garden.
Well, let's start there.
At the what is it? The institute? What?
The
The Art Institute or something? I looked it up.
It's University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
They just brought the spoon with the cherry back.
Where do you think I got the name Cherry Pop?
That was actually kind of cool. I watched them put the cherry back on it. There's a giant spoon with a cherry sitting on the rim of the spoon.
Ooh.
It was a gift. Can't remember from who, but it was a gift for Minneapolis. So
I'm just pulling up a picture
of our cherry spoon.
Yes.
I think
Will
it's
you
huge
just bring
too.
up a picture? God. Okay. Was doing that thing where everything was opening up another link instead of opening up the fucking picture.
Oh, yeah. The spoon.
fun.
Isn't that cute? It's actually a bridge.
Oh, it's even more fun.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, so that is that.
Well, at least it's not a bean.
No, but we do have like one of the biggest balls of twine, and we have the largest turkey, and
We
there's
have
a
the
couple
biggest
other
balls.
things. No, that's the
Bless you.
Ukraine.
All right, so that
Hey,
was the last place they hit.
Jayce, can you look in private chat and tell me yes or no?
Bio?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sure. Let us bio.
Awesome.
Do 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 do. Boom 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 ba dum ba bum ba bum ba bum bum ba da dum.
I'm gonna go check. I put some macaroni and cheese in my crock pot, like homemade mac and cheese.
Ah,
So I should go check it.
give that a stir.
Yeah.
That's rude, making me hungry when I've just had supper.
Are you?
No, because it's my supper. I'm also gonna warm up my coffee while out there.
So it turns out my keyboard didn't die.
Okay.
I currently have 34 kilograms of dog under my desk.
Whoa.
And, when he crawled in there, he unplugged my keyboard.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, woohoo! Fun times.
Fun times.
Upside down, bouncing off the ceiling.
Ow, Darwin.
That sounds like what someone says when they do something really stupid and win the Darwin Award.
I came back to just Jayce singing, and I was like, "Ow, Darwin!" I was like, "What?" I was so confused.
Darwin, the 34 kilogram mixed breed, just sat on my toes.
Oh, yeah, that's never a good thing.
No. So I was saying, ow.
Puppies.
Puppies
Oh.
are afraid of storms.
But I do have good news regarding the puppy.
What's that?
He had his stitches out this morning, and the
Ooh.
vet is very happy. So,
Awesome.
cancer free.
Yay. Very cool.
And there's only a 5% chance that it'll come back.
Awesome.
I thought that was pretty good.
That is pretty good. My coffee pot's making weird noises.
Waiter, waiter, percolator.
I wanted some tea, and I use my coffee pot for tea now because I don't drink coffee. So.
Oh, that's right.
What about chai? Do you drink chai?
I can drink chai. I just can't drink a whole lot of it because
Right.
it's pretty sugary. But
Chai doesn't
It
have
is-
sugar in it. You have to add sugar.
well, like the lattes.
Oh,
It depends on,
I mean,
what
like, straight
mix
up
you're
chai.
using.
Oh,
yeah,
just regular chai. I'm good with.
wow.
Tea has a lot less, or has less caffeine than coffee does. So if I just have one cup, then I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's when I drink a half a pot of coffee or have an energy drink, that's what sets off my seizures. So when it's like extreme caffeine all at once. So I just choose not to drink a lot of caffeine or caffeine at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like spinning like I've been on my worst drunk without drinking. It sucks. And my vertigo issues, they've marked them as seizures because they did is it EKGs on your head, right? Or EEG.
Mm-hmm.
And when I had a vertigo moment, it registered like an epileptic seizure in my head. So,
Oh.
yeah. So they're like mini seizures instead of, and then what's even weirder is when my body gets to the point where it wants to go into convulsions, and instead of going into convulsions, my brain actually shuts down and I faint. So I could be in the middle of somewhere and have a vertigo seizure, and if it gets too bad, my brain will just shut off and I'll hit the ground. So, yeah.
Oh,
we
there
lost
goes
Sage.
Sage.
Aw.
All right, are we ready to go into the next part?
Sure.
All right. So, are you guys going to the sculpture park?
Well, yeah, it'd be about it'd be the starting point anyway.
All right, you get there.
What
I'm
time
guessing. Let's see. It was about 10 when you got into Becky, so it's probably about 11 now.
is it? Okay. So there's still going
Um,
to be people around.
yeah, you get there. Also because Nate went into like a fugue state, you had to lead him to the car,
Yeah. So
and Diane had to take the keys and drive since Diane's the one that Nate trusts to drive.
don't
Yeah.
blame him. Not exactly stable.
Wait, what?
I said I don't blame him. I'm not exactly stable
Mm,
to let me drive.
yeah.
Oh, there's a boop. So they led Nate to the car because he went into a fugue state, and Diane drove to the sculpture garden.
Awesome. Thank you,
Diane
Diane.
to the sculpture garden.
Yes, and when you get there, it's very open and airy, and there's like a lot of, it's just like big sculptures all around the place, but a lot of walking paths and stuff, and people walking along the lit paths that at this time of year, because it is early February, the walks are plowed and the lights are barely sticking out of them.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
But you do reach a place where there is still some caution tape up, and it's around the spoon with the cherry.
Of course it is. Okay, Kat, why was that giggle? Because spoon with the cherry on top. Okay, so kind of get a little closer and check it out.
All right. So you'll do, I guess, investigation plus wits.
Oh, that's going to work out well with a hunger roll, right?
Yes.
Oops.
And this is like a group thing. Oh,
I
well,
failed.
Echo's not finding anything.
I got one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed what we were rolling.
Wits and investigation.
Oh boy. I get a sick amount of dice for
Am
that.
I able to also roll at some point?
All of us.
Because I have my specialty in hunting and survival.
Mm-hmm.
Will that be useful here? Other people?
Well,
'Cause
yes,
we're
plus 2
hunting
mental
now.
for Nate. First you have to get something to track.
Okay. I didn't know specific. Like I've never had to use that skill.
3 successes.
Just seeing if.
So in total we have 4.
Dang!
I'm the only one that's clueless.
Well,
Figure.
Rave is getting a faint, like, whiff of leftover blood. Diane is, like, saying, okay, there were quite a few bodies here. She's actually doing more, investigative, like, what's it, forensic.
Mm-hmm.
And Nate's like, okay, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bodies. Because Nate's like counting the dents in the snow and blood droplets and splatter patterns and everything.
I was going to say there should be blood splatter because it's white snow,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to like pink snow. But I don't know why I said white snow. I should have just said there's snow.
And Nate,
Sometimes snow is gray.
Nope.
and
Maybe
Nate
yellow.
is
Snow is yellow.
Or
Okay.
yellow.
Nate is finding a faint trail leading off to the footpath, like drops of blood leading back to the footpath, and it leads like into another sculpture's area.
Which one?
It's just like, I don't know the other sculptures.
No.
Only know that one.
Okay, neither. I'm from Minnesota. The only one I know is the cherry on the spoon. So
Hey, guys.
I follow.
yeah.
Clues.
And-
Trail.
I'm sorry, but now I just imagine us all like the kid Scooby Doo one, just like one of us with a giant magnifying glass to be them. Like,
so when Nate sees that the trail is leading off in another direction that the police haven't cordoned off, that is where Rave can do her tracking thing if she wants.
I would like to try this.
Okay.
What goes with that?
Yes.
Hold on for a second. Echo's like kind of been. I've been thinking. This is as Echo.
Mhm.
I've been kind of thinking of the situation, and maybe it would not be a bad idea to get rid of them off right, because we could take advantage of how they work things, of their feeding. Is there
Yes, but currently we're trying to kiss up to Becky.
right? Doesn't mean we can't get rid of them afterwards.
I doubt they're going to stop for the meantime.
I think we need to find them before we make any further plans.
Okay, fine.
Okay. What
'Cause
should I
we might not
combine
find
with
them.
hunting? For survival / hunting.
The survival will be, it'll be survival, plus, well, it's still a mental thing, so it'll be wits.
Wits?
But you add your specialty in dice. So,
Wait, what does it mean when you add a specialty?
just an extra die.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, what does that even mean? I've never had to do a specialty, guys. So instead of 5, it'll be 6 total.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
you
you are
yeah.
on that.
Boom.
You are on that trail, like blood on snow. And it leads you like through this. It's a gazebo, but it's not plowed out for the public to go into. It's almost like it's a sculpture for people to look at but not go into.
I'm gonna go in.
Yeah, it leads you right up into it, and you see that there is a grate that is not buried, and it leads right to the grate
Oh,
to go
lovely.
underground.
There's a grate.
Yeah, sewers in Minneapolis. This ought to be awesome.
Can I try and lift the grate?
Strength plus athletics. And anyone who wants to assist can throw in a die.
I shall assist.
So,
I shall assist, even though I only have 3 strength.
do I put those in my roll?
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be 8 total.
I'll throw in a die.
Oh,
Sorry.
Hold on.
Giving it the old heave ho.
4.
Okay, with all of you pulling, it was still a challenge. But you managed to pull this grate up, and the what? Oh, yes, because Nate is a twink.
Oh, I love you.
Rave isn't that big either, and she's the tank. Like, she's actually kind of tiny.
With vampires, it's not
I
the
know.
build that.
But if people look at them, they're like, she's so tiny.
Yeah, so there is a ladder going down into the sewers.
Pulls flashlight out of bag.
And because your tracking roll was so good, I'm going to let it continue.
Oh.
And you are following it down multiple turns, and you start to hear voices.
Is that just me, or is everybody hearing voices?
It's not just you.
That's Echo asking.
No,
Uh,
I hear them too.
I hear them too.
Well, because us Malkavians sometimes have that issue. I was just double checking, and it's
Are you going to follow the voices?
Yes.
Okay, you follow them down, and you see it is this woman.
I don't see a woman.
I have to share the screen.
Oh, hello.
And she is instructing a group of vampires, but she hears you coming and she just yells, "Scatter!" And they all scatter. And she braces up to face you. She braces up to face you.
Yeah.
And as you get closer, you realize that's Elizabeth.
Sup, Elizabeth? Lovely look.
And that is where we will end it today.
Oh,
One thing you did hear when they were talking were they were referring to her as Cherry.
yeah. I kind of figured she was cherry pie.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, she is undercover.
Yeah, but we weren't expecting that.
I just enjoyed that, like, the last thing that technically happened is Rave going, Elizabeth! Nice look!
Oh Lord, I kissed Sketchy Betch's ass for this.
Hey, this is one of our tasks complete. We found Elizabeth.
Well, yeah. Okay.
All right, so let us do our What did you like? What did you not like if you didn't like anything? And who gets the experience and what you are hoping to accomplish in the next episode. And we will start with Diane.
Okay. Good game. Lots of intrigue, especially with Echo dealing with Becky. Nice twist of Invisibeth becoming a Cathari. That's kind of cool. Bads, it's all on my end, so you don't like it. It's just like environmental mental shit. So I'm gonna give my experience to Echo
Aw.
for that scene with
Sketchy
Becky.
Becky.
And what am I expecting?
Or if there's anything specific you want to attempt in the next episode.
Try and reason with Elizabeth. With Cherry Pop. And see what's up.
All right. And now we will go to Echo.
Okay. What I liked is there's a lot going on, a lot of info. What I didn't like was dealing with Sketchy Bitchy. Because I had to be polite. That was so hard for Echo. I tell you what, in my head, it was I just wanted to smack her down, but I had to be nice. What I'm looking forward to is finding out the whole story behind Invisibeth. I want to know how this all happened. And my point... this is hard. I think my point's going to go to Rave. Because Rave was trying to be so protective of Pan, and then Rave led us to Elizabeth. So,
Cool.
yeah.
And let us go to Rave.
I don't like that Jayce was definitely being a writer here. It was just like, hey, Kat, guess what you're going to do with Rave? I'm interested to see, like, how Invisibeth is doing. Just like, what? Who came up with this persona? Well, let's just chat. I thought you drink from blood bags. I'm gonna give my point to Echo for dealing with Sketchy Becky.
Okay. And Nate.
Yeah, I am kind of with Kat on the Storyteller is being a real writer. How
Sorry,
much
not
can
sorry.
I torture my characters?
Yes, but which character am I torturing the most? The NPCs.
Let me count the ways.
Fair enough, but remember, we have bonded with the NPCs. So you torture them, you're torturing us.
And you're torturing us because Rave is the one who had to, like, deliver this information.
Mm-hmm. Point. Sorry, it is storming like crazy here. Point to Rave for the investigative skills. Because I know that's not really usually what it means, but game recognize game. So, and then I just want to know what's up with Invisibeth. Like, is she still undercover or has she gone native? And I know that's not a good phrase to use, but
But we know
You know what I
exactly
mean.
you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will keep that in mind, that you are all wanting to know what's going on with Elizabeth and wanting to delve deeper into what's going on there.
I mean, we're literally standing in front of her.
Yes. Oh, yes, storyteller experience. Yes, a point for everybody. And a bonus point to Rave for the bonus session.
All of 15 minutes.
All right, and with that, we will see you all next time.